Jay, what's going on? What are we doing? Countries cannot attack other countries with their military forces in acts of aggression, unless it's an act of pure self-defense, which you're allowed to do, and it's a last resort. But that's not what's happened here in Ukraine. What's happened here is an open, unambiguous act of aggression. It is widely considered to be illegal. It is widely considered to undermine the rules that these dead here at Omaha Beach, at the cemetery at Colleville-sur-Mer, died for. They died for something. They died for that order to be put in place so that we would have a better peace. Very, very few people have an opportunity to be promoted to the rank that he's about to be promoted to. And it comes down to basically two things. One is competence, and the other is character. Great power war is something to be avoided, it's to be prevented, and you prevent it by making sure that countries don't aggress against others. If you have aggression left unanswered leads to further aggression. What we're seeing in Ukraine is aggression. In this case, it's not left unanswered. We see aggression by Russia against Ukraine. Ukraine was a free and sovereign country. They became free and sovereign in 1991, and since that time, they've been a free and sovereign country in Ukraine. What you see happening in Ukraine is all about this global order where the nations of Europe, the nations of NATO are supporting Ukraine with lethal and non-lethal support in order to make sure that that rule set is underwritten and supported. That's what it's about. Most elite units. And very shortly he'll leave my office, the office of the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff Union. And as part of that, our Constitution has evolved over the years. And the meaning of the Constitution, the idea. Well, I think that right now, the battlefield situation, as you see in the news, right now there's a very, very significant battle going on in the Donbass. But Kyiv was protected and successfully defended against. The Russians had to shift their forces to the south in the Donbass, and we'll see how this plays out. But I think that the United States and the allied countries are providing a significant amount of support to Ukraine, and that will continue. So help me God. Congratulations, Master Sergeant. Both my mother and father served in World War II. My uncle served in World War II, and he was here on D-Day as well. So in June of 1944, my uncle was in the Navy off the coast here as part of the Operation Overlord. And my father was hitting the beach at Saipan, and my mother was taking care of the wounded in the hospital in Seattle. This is a very special generation. We call it the greatest generation. And they fought and sacrificed for all of us, not just for Americans, though, but for the entire world. And I have a very, very special bond with them, and I'm very respectful of what they've done, and I think we all of us today need to carry on the legacy that they fought and died for.
5 minutes on the record.
It's on the record.
Yes. Your speech was very evocative. It's impossible when we're standing here right now.
45. And that global order is under intense stress. There's a lot of reasons. Recent years, this is now attack Ukraine by Russia. Now they attack